Now I'm just like sitting in front of my appointment. I'm like supposed to go in, but I'm going to finish the video. I'm going to stick with it. Folks, David here on the Vintage Future once again. Hey, it's been over 2 years since I gave my initial review about this jacket right here that I'm wearing. My Freenote cloth Kenai Grizzly jacket, otherwise known as a bear jacket. Do I still like it? Well, obviously I'm still wearing it, so I like it well enough, but actually I don't just like it, I love it. My appreciation for this jacket has only grown over the last 2 years. And like so many of the heritage-inspired, vintage-inspired pieces that everyone in this hobby is buying and wearing, it's a work of art. That's one of the cool things about this hobby, is it's not just throwaway clothing, you know, made in questionable circumstances. This stuff is, for the most part, much more ethical, but it also represents humanity, not just in the sense that they're treating people fairly, but also in the sense that the creativity of humanity is coming out. And I think the Grizzly jacket is a prime piece of wearable art. Probably 1930s is like when this exact kind of jacket had its heyday, but its roots go much further back than that. But it's this piece that has never gotten as much appreciation in culture and society as it probably should have, in my opinion. It's just so beautiful, and it's very eye-catching. Of course, it is a little ostentatious, a little out there. It's a bit loud, but I think it's that in a very good way, not in an abrasive way. So I'm just thankful, blessed, and proud to be able to carry on this vintage idea into the future with me. And so yes, I love this jacket. There are a couple things that I'm not going to say I don't care for, but now that I've had it a couple years, I'm like, oh, like it could be cool if it was a little different in this way or that way. But for the most part, it's held up. Nothing is falling apart. No hardware, no buttons, you know, lining, everything is doing really well. The lining on the inside is not pilling all crazy. Yeah, everything's very high quality. It's kept me warm. It fits really well. Even better than I thought, because when I initially reviewed this, it was my first leather jacket. I really had no idea what I was talking about when it came to fit and features. I was just learning all that stuff and really excited to learn about it. But now that I've tried several other leather jackets and spent a lot longer in the community and on the forums and digesting videos and blog articles and stuff about these kinds of things, listening to incredible people, veterans in this, I now have a fuller and more informed appreciation for this jacket. Like, I'm realizing, wow, the fit of this is actually incredible. The fact that I nailed a fit on my very first leather jacket is pretty outstanding. I put it on the first time and it was like, it's great. It's great. It might help that I'm the average build. My body size in North America anyways is what you would probably consider to be the average body size. Yeah, and it's comfortable. I think there is a little extra volume in the jacket, like especially up here in the shoulders, where if this puffy fur wasn't here, the jacket would probably be unsightly. Like, it would still feel really nice, but possibly would look like it could be improved as far as like fit and aesthetic go. But the fur kind of covers all that up, and the puffiness of it is a feature. It's not something to hide, you know. It's not something to diminish or to be embarrassed about. Like, you kind of want it to be like poof, you know. It's supposed to be like imposing upon the viewer, if you will. So I think it's great. The fact that it's black and brown, it like breaks up the aesthetic to where you can really wear just about anything with it. Now, I will say, as far as style goes, it takes over the whole fit. Like, when I first had it, I loved it so much I was wearing it a lot. And that's too much. And it was fine. It's like, dude, I'm enjoying it. I don't care. I just want to wear what I want to wear. But objectively, it's like, okay, that's too much, because it's the kind of thing where no matter what you try to wear with it, this jacket will take over the fit. Like, it's an attention hog, this jacket, because it's just so awesome. And so you can try to wear other things that will balance it out, but it's just always going to just swallow the whole fit. This is the statement piece that it's a titan of a statement piece. It refuses to be outdone by any other piece that you put on your body. And people remember it. So that is its feature, its strength, but also its downfall. Like, so I don't think you would, in the long run anyways, want to wear this jacket too much, because it basically looks like you wear the same exact thing every day. So as far as care and stuff, obviously, like with any leather jacket, there's virtually no care. Like, you just kind of generally wipe off dirt and stuff if it gets on there. But other than that, you know, clearly you're not throwing it in the wash like you would with a denim jacket or something, and you're not going to dry clean it and all that stuff. Like, you just sort of spot clean with like a lukewarm, damp, or wet cloth or whatever, right? That's just kind of like the way you do things with this sort of garment. But that, again, is a shortcoming. So while I do love the fur on the outside, this shirling on the outside, because that's how you get this look, I don't always like how impractical it is. Because whereas with a normal leather jacket, like if it was all, you know, smooth leather like this, the grain of the hide, you can, you know, wear it through rain for a little bit. Obviously, you don't want to just stand out in the rain for 2 hours. I'm not saying that. But, like, you can walk through rain with it, you know, sit down on something dirty or nasty, like whether it be just dirt or, like, bird poo on a bench, or, like, you're with your pets or your children and there's, like, chocolate cake getting, like, smushed into your sleeve and all this. Like, if the whole jacket was the leather like this, you know, it'd be like, dude, I don't even care, because it's a leather jacket. Like, you could just hose it off if you wanted to, and it's fine. Like, the thing can handle it. It can more than handle it. It like laughs in the face of chocolate cake. Yeah, but it's, you know, it's just, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. You could pour gasoline on the arm. I'm not saying that you would. Like, don't ruin your things for no reason. But I'm just saying, you could like pour gasoline all over the jacket and hose it off, and like in the long run, unless you have like a natural leather jacket that's like raw and unfinished, you know, you're not going to really be able to tell the difference, you know, if it's got a pigmented finish like this, especially if it's like chrome tan or whatever. Like, no one will even know it happened. But because of this, I'm not paranoid per se, but I do have to be cautious when I wear it, and I'm limited in where I can wear it. Like, I don't wear this when I'm around my small children and really want to be an involved dad, because I don't want my clothes to limit me as a father, right? Like, I want to be able to just, you know, they just get a big like smear of something on my sleeve, and I'm like, don't care, because it's just like my t-shirt or whatever. T-shirts don't have sleeves, Dave, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't wear like my super nice Hank dye jeans or whatever if I'm at my 4-year-old's birthday party, right? It needs to be about the 4-year-old, not about the clothes. So that's the case with like other leather jackets. You can just do whatever. But with this, I'm always having to be careful to not really wear it around, the small children, or to wear it with pets, unless those pets are super, super mellow pets, you know? In the rain, like I can walk through like a really quick drizzle. It's not a big deal. This is fur, right? So the animal could handle a little moisture, so can the jacket, you know? So it's not like you can't get one tiny little drop of water on it, but you definitely don't really want to walk around in the rain a whole lot with this jacket. Like, if it's raining outside, I just don't wear it, right? You sit down on a bench. Like, it's the jacket where instead of just sitting on the bench without paying attention, I'm always like, okay, is there like bird poo smeared all over the bench? Well, if so, like, I'm not going to lay back on the bench. Because again, you don't want all the junk getting embedded in this. I don't want like chocolate cake and dog poo like shoved up in here. Because you could get it out with a wet rag, but in the long term, that's going to destroy your nice jacket, you know? So I just think overall, wearing this thing for anything other than tame, clean activities is a bad call. I mean, do what you want with your stuff, but for me, I'm like, I want it to last. I like it. I like the way it looks. So I'm careful. So that's a bummer. But you know what? There's no rule that you can only have one jacket. But if I did, it probably wouldn't be this one. If I had two jackets, this would be the second jacket for sure. But I think everybody needs at least one jacket in their closet that is carefree, right? And I have a few of those, right? So like my Barber jacket, my Patagonia barn coat, which is like hemp canvas. It's a more rugged outdoors kind of jacket. My TCB Type 2 denim jacket. You know, denim jackets look good beat to hell anyways, right? That they look better when they're totally thrashed than they do when they're like starched in dark indigo and pressed. Like they're not supposed to look all put together like that. They're kind of supposed to, you know, have a crumpled collar and some fraying at the sleeves and the elbows and all that, you know. As far as the finish of this part of the jacket goes, it's like got a little bit of a gloss finish to it, as you can tell. And I've never had any problems with that. I've never thought, oh, I don't want it to be that way. But then Freenote recently released several more of these jackets, and they look phenomenal. And they cost more because they're using more custom materials. It's like, you know, specialized goat skin from Scotland or something like that, which the goat skin has got to be amazing because I've tried on goat skin jackets and I've got other goat skin products, and it's usually super soft and supple. And they've got like higher quality shirling and all this stuff they're using now. So those are probably, in theory, nicer jackets than the one that I have. But totally was like cool with this one. Never had any once to change it. And then I saw one of those ones, and it's like a matte black instead of this more glossy black. And I was like, ooh, that could be nice, you know. Because it would kind of knock the edge off of how like attention grabbing this jacket is, right? But really, I don't care. I'm just saying, when I saw that, I was like, oh, if I could choose, if I could just snap my fingers and make the jacket into anything I wanted, I probably would do it just like it is, but then have more matte finish on here. But, you know, it's been great. It served me well. Sometimes you need to take a break from the internet, because the more you see stuff, the more you want stuff. And sometimes if we want to live a content life, we just need to be chill and just stay off the internet more often. But anyways, I'm pretty sure this is like a struck through black chrome tan leather, and it's not really going to age. I don't think this is ever going to age, because I've had it like 2 years now, and while the rest of the jacket's holding up amazingly, which is a good thing, like the threads, and as I said, like the lining and everything, like nothing is compromised. It's awesome. The leather itself hasn't really aged either. So this is not the jacket you should be getting if you want that jacket that's going to look really cool and old and worn in after like 10 years. It's kind of like the like the ageless garment. And again, I'm fine with that. I'm just letting you know. So like, yeah, if you get a scratch, like there's one like right here. I don't know if you can see that, like right there. Yeah, little scratches and stuff, but even like the elbows, like, you know, it's not really wearing. Yeah, the last thing, I guess, is how it stacks up against other Grizzly jackets. Companies that didn't used to make them are starting to make them. I saw some the other day. I can't remember. It was like Y2 or Fine Creek or whatever. Some of these new up and coming heritage brands are starting to make stuff like this. But I was at the Brogue shop in San Carlos, California last year, and they had the Attractions one. I tried it on. It was really nice. A little more costumey because it really heavily leans into the 1930s aviator kind of look with the huge collar and the belt and all that stuff. You know, so that was probably not the one I would buy, but I did enjoy trying it on. It was extremely nice. Nicer than this one as far as just like the craftsmanship and the materials they're using on it and stuff. Not that this one's bad at all. This one's incredible. And I'm super, super pleased that Freenote has continued the model and that they've got like 3 or 4 other ones. Check them out. probably couldn't be the only jacket you have in your wardrobe, but it's a really great one to have, and it does keep you warm and stuff. Yeah, so my if I were to get another one like this, I would get something that has the fur on the inside, like a B3 or B6 bomber jacket, or like an N1 deck jacket, where you're super warm from the wool or alpaca or whatever they have on the inside. Excuse me. And then you can just like trudge through the rain for a little bit and not worry about it, or like, yeah, get dog poop on your sleeve and be like, nobody cares, we're just gonna wash that off. Whereas this one, it's like, I'm always trying to be careful. Anyways, but if you have any questions, let me know. I think everyone should wear these. Everybody.